Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Cave. Birfmark will not be joining us this week. Currently having a special co-host join us. We're having some technical difficulties, but until she gets in, let me explain tonight's topics. Birthmark sent me something the other day where it was a video of a couple that had a wedding, and it only cost them $500. And I'm interested to see why it was only $500. First, the wedding was on location. And when I say location, it was like somewhere where a bunch of people could gather for free. They probably just got a little permit to say over 25 people could join up. Two, they had their guests pay for their own food. So we all know food for a wedding can be very expensive. So that's that was another thing that saved money out their pocket. Now I'm just asking because this is the wedding slash marriage episode because it's gonna go a little deep tonight. Just think about that. Like, how much would you spend on a wedding? How much would your ideal wedding cost? Are you into big weddings, small weddings? Do you prefer to go to the courthouse? Do you prefer to have a big ceremony? Do you decide to have a destination wedding, not at a parking lot or in a park somewhere, but like, would you rather just hop on a plane and say, you know what, me and you, we're going to Aruba or something, and just bring your closest peoples and just have one like that? That's something to think about. Because also, well, as we go further into the wedding story, I'll bring up another topic that might kind of be, I'm not gonna say controversial, but it might be something to think about. Also, think about marriages. Think about, would you be down for an arranged marriage? Like, if would you get married? Like, how soon? How long would you have to be with the person before you have to marry them? Like, if you've got somebody and fireworks popped off within the first 3 to 6 weeks, and you're like, you know what, I ain't wasting my time. Let's get it. I'm with it. Let's do it. I'm here. So that's why I'm like, cool. Okay, everybody. It seems my special co-host has joined the. Oh, working first.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
What up,
What's
people?
up?
I introduced a dear friend of mine, Miss Erica Jade. She's filling in for Birthmark this week. So, Miss Erica, I was explaining to the people that this week we're discussing marriages and wedding.
Okay.
My co-host, Birthmark, sent me a video earlier this week of a couple that had a wedding for $500.
Wow.
Yeah, but there was some funny workings with it. One, they had it in a public place where you just get a permit at a park or whatever the case may be. So
Mm.
you can invite over 25 people. So they didn't have to pay for a venue. They also had all their guests pay for their own food. Exactly. Exactly. She said her wedding dress itself only cost like $47. So
That's
she really, yeah, she really made her wedding on a budget. Now, I don't know how weddings go. I've personally never had one. But I mean, I just feel like asking my guests to pay for their own food. Like, like I mean, I'll at least feed you. I'll have a cash bar. I'm not gonna lie to you,
yeah.
because I don't really drink like that. So I'm not gonna say they have y'all getting all boozed up. But I don't know how you feel about that though. You have somebody pay for their own food at your wedding.
It was a good. They
Wait,
were
you
able to
breaking up a little bit.
pay. Hold on.
No.
Got it.
Yeah, you're coming in and out. Let me see if that's coming down.
Well,
Sound a little bit better.
Um, this is my phone too. What about
Yeah, you.
now? I go
Wait, okay.
food. I wouldn't go to a wedding where I had to pay for my own food. Um, I could be home making my own food for free, right? So if I have to pay for food, I don't think I would want to do that. So I think that was kind of weird that they charged their guests, but I do like the fact that they were thinking about their lives versus that one day. Like a wedding, the wedding comes and it goes, but the marriage is what will last. So I don't agree with spending a whole lot of money, but $500 they could have did better. Um, and I mean, no judgment, but it would be cool to make people pay to come celebrate you. That's weird. Yeah, definitely weird. Now I can't hear you.
That's because I put myself on mute because I'm right by the Metro North and the train go by,
Okay.
so everybody don't have to hear the train go by.
Okay. So that was you I was hearing then.
What the train? Oh yeah, the other night, yeah, on your show, yeah. That's why I had to start putting a new music, and I was like, yeah, that's the train.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know about making people pay. Now
Yeah,
there
I don't
was a
know.
I'm not gonna say I can't say a meme, but there was something going around Facebook like maybe a couple months ago where a couple was sending invoices to people who didn't show up to their wedding because they RSVP'd. So they sit there and say, I kicked out all this money for your food. You didn't show up. I need that money back. Now, is that something that you can get on point with?
That's real new. I've never heard of that in my life, but I mean, just to who I am, I could never do that. I couldn't do that. But I guess I could understand somebody doing it because I would probably be the so I so I don't know. Food is a lot. Wedding, um, the plates are expensive. So I mean, you might not like it, but I guess if they wanted the money back, you got to give them their money back. But I don't. I think it's poor taste, though. To be honest, it kind of just means you probably shouldn't have had a wedding. If you can't afford the plates, you probably should not. You should do like the people who pay $500. You know what I'm saying? I know a person who got married and they had macaroni and cheese and like little wieners for food. They didn't charge anybody. They just had a very mediocre menu, and that's what happened.
I remember there was an article going around with a couple
At White Castle?
at White Castle.
Crazy.
Don't
Women,
knock it. Don't knock it. I would.
you would
I would.
in front of people, in front of like you have all your friends and family.
Yeah, if people down for it, I'll be down for it.
Why?
I mean,
Because
it
White
depends on the couple. If the couple likes stuff like that, I don't see why they should be. Like if they
Castle,
feel like that's a what happened.
yeah, I was gonna say if that's
Switch place.
mm,
Yeah, I mean, if that's where y'all met at, you never know. People like, I mean, I was close to time, and the New York package, you get married at the aquarium, yo. I was like,
that's
this is dope.
cool. That's kind of cool. It's kind of more romantic, but White Castle is not. It's fast food. It's weird, but to each his own. Um, yeah, I don't think I would do White Castle, but the aquarium that was an idea. Was that your idea or your
Well, we was just looking at different. The aquarium seemed like it was cool, and that was dope. I mean, it's still a great idea.
yeah,
I'm on a new wave now. I'm like, if I get married, I'm like, listen, let's just go on a vacation somewhere and just get married while we out there.
would you want your or just her? Would you want your family there? Or?
Well, I mean, I would want my family there. I mean, won't be able to make it, you know, because of different finances. But I would want my family to be there. But I'm not trying to say. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But if they can't make it, I fully understand. But it's not going to be no love lost. It's like, oh, you couldn't make it to my wedding. I ain't got no love for you. No, it's gonna be like, listen, a destination wedding, and I understand if you ain't got it financially. I know you still love me, and I know you still want to be there. But I'm gonna do this. you know, I
Mhm.
guess I'm picking a wedding or a destination wedding that they can't attend. No, but you know, I, I'll put up the Zoom information. You can get married virtually. Y'all could be there.
Yeah. I I think destination weddings are great. I've always kind of wanted to do something like that, but again, you're right. The family, you know how Black people are. We always they'll making a reason. So I never wanted to go out of the country or anything. But I think those are good ideas. Those are great. But I like the ones that focus on the marriage and not the big display, not all the debt. You know how many people go in debt over marriages nowadays? Like just the wedding.
I fully understand, but dude, I choose destination wedding is because I know some of my friends won't be able to make it. Some of the people I know, some of them don't have passports. Some of them got into some trouble where they can't get a passport.
Gotta
Well,
get mine. Get mine.
that's all right. That's all right. You go get yours. It's not a problem. But I'm just saying, like, then all right. You know who really wants to get out and see something nice or be a part of something nice? Some people are like, oh, I ain't going. No, it's okay. This is for the exclusive people. You go into an
Yeah.
all inclusive
No.
resort and just have fun.
Yeah, you would know who's really, really for you. Once
Yeah, I just want to go somewhere and have fun. That's it. Like I'm getting married, yo. Like you know, a lot of people, the real haters, who's only coming to critique the wedding, they won't be able to come because they can't afford to. They can't. So they can't be there. Like, oh, he had this as an appetizer. You wasn't even there. You can't afford it. So
and they talk about it. No matter what it is, they will talk about it. The guests will tell. They're gonna tell other people how it was. So I have soda here. Is it okay if we drink on the air?
yeah, it's fine. It's all
All right,
right.
y'all.
Oh! You just drinking the soda. I thought you was drinking something a little harder.
um, I don't know. The last time I drank and I passed out, so I don't drink anymore due to that.
Well, that's a good reason. That's not good. Yeah, I'm just saying that. What other
I
reason? Like,
def- I definitely messed up that night. I messed up. Like I was really going. So I don't really drink like that. But I'll have wine now and again now, but I don't. I try to stay away from the hard liquor because I obviously don't know when to stop. Um, so weddings. You said NDAs too, right? We're talking about NDAs tonight.
yeah, we still not done with wedding and marriages.
Okay, so
Um,
wedding.
weddings. We did weddings. Now about marriage. How do you feel about an arranged marriage?
Hmm, tough. I don't know. I think in general, culturally, that's not what we do here. So I don't have a lot of input, but I do think that I don't know. I think it's tough all the way around because I think most of the people who are arranged in marriage, don't want to be together. So I think that it's probably really antiquated. It probably should not be happening. I don't think God designed it that way. He really designed for us to choose who we want to be with, or the man who wants to be with the wife or have a wife, he should choose her. So for the parents, though, I mean, I don't know. I think it's unfortunate, to be honest. A lot of these people are kids. by American standards, by Western standards, they're children. So I think it's unfortunate. I think that if that's the circumstance, it's unfortunate. I also think that it's pretty controlling for the parents, right? Or whoever's arranging these marriages. Like why? But it has to be a part of their culture. So I think I guess to summarize it or surmise it, my feeling is that it's cultural, and I'm glad I'm not a part of that culture. Even though I feel like I kind of am, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you feel like
Because my mother let me get engaged when I was 15. That kind of made me feel like I was being put in a marriage a little bit. Now that I'm older, I look at it like that.
yeah, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, we go that's still weird to me when I think about that. I'm like, high school? Like son, we just started. Like
Yeah, it boiled down to I don't feel like I was loved. I don't know what the hell was going on there. Like I feel like that wasn't arranged marriage, but that's neither here nor there, you know. But I was young, you know what I mean? I feel like when you're young, you think of life differently. But I'm older now. I'm like, man, that's crazy. There's no way in hell my 15-year-old daughter told me she get engaged. I'm stomping a mud hole in your chest, bro. Like, no.
damn son, you thumping a mud hole in your chest. Like, wow.
Yeah. Sorry. I had a little bit of a break there. But yeah, no. So I think arranged marriages are old, they're antiquated. We need to redo it. Yeah. No good. Let the kids grow up, let them get some life, and then let them choose who they want to spend the rest of their lives with. That's what's good. That's my opinion on that. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I'm not for the arranged marriages. I just can't just like for somebody to tell me like this is who you get married. I understand why because you know this world is wild, and you know sometimes our parents do stuff that we don't see. So they would sit there and say, "Well, that person you're attracted to got some issues," but I know somebody who isn't, and might better fit my personality to the point where we can achieve more stuff. But the question is, am I really ever like, am I really gonna be in marriage? We may achieve everything we set out to go. At the end of the day, when I'm sitting there old and gray, I'm looking at you like, yeah, now that we achieved everything, I don't even want to be here. No, can you picture your own smell? Talking about, oops, I boo booed myself. Well, clean that shit up. I don't love you. This is arranged. This is how it was, shorty. Like, I'm not a problem, you know?
Grow in love. I think that's what happens. I think they grow in love. No, you don't think so? I think they grow to love each other.
All right. See, they will love each other, but I don't think they will ever be in love. Like, I'm gonna respect who you are. I'm gonna love the kind of person that you are, but I would never really be in love with you. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we have a live caller coming in. Hold on one second.
Oh, hey, what's up, Black Caller? Oh, we people.
Toya, you in the building? What's going on? But if she tries to call back,
You said who was that?
that was Toya. She's one of our own. Yeah, she's down with the crew.
Okay. Want to hear what you have to say. Please call back in. I really have to remember people are watching and listening because I can get wild with it. So please call back in. We would love to hear what you have to say.
You can get wild because there's no.
Okay. And I have some food too. I have not
Can
get
you
on
hear
up
me?
some hush puppies. Oh, hey.
Oh, so going back and then we'll continue. Destination wedding. That conversation. I had text something in the chat. Didn't read it. What
Uh-oh.
I what I'm thinking when we go to a wedding. I'm Jamaican. is in Jamaica.
Ooh.
Technically, you're paying for your not by. I when you go to a wedding now, custom says that you're supposed to pay for your own plate if you give. So supposed to give like my girlfriend had a wedding, $5 a plate.
Mm.
So the custom is supposed to be each person is supposed to think about the fact that it is an open bar, it is this, it is that, and it's supposed to give at least $100. So technically, you're paying for your own meal.
Mm.
Um, the next thing, I find love. If I tell you guys a story, it would be funny to me, you know. And the E's know me. I don't back down from people.
Mm-hmm.
So when this man wrote what he wrote, look at the phone in my pocket
Oh,
because he was just not even worth a response. And I
mm.
love to argue. Mm, I will
Mm-hmm.
text real quick. My grammar is real off, but I'll text you back real quick. Still have not answered that text. Okay?
Wow.
Not worthy of me. But
Wow.
I see the reason why I would do. I've been watching Love Is Blind, and I know it's a TV show. If we take out sex out of the equation, what if we take what like out of the equation? Just get to know that person one to one. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
People believe in souls. That's why they're panda, whatever. I'm home. I'm heterosexual. I've been all my life, but I'm
Right.
just saying, what if we were to take away that physicality that attracted? Okay, I don't know your age. I don't know if you're single or not, Erica, but you know what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
he is over 40. So what if he was to be, but supposed to be like his mom is like, listen, you're gonna marry this one because clearly when it was arranged, there were more people were together.
Gotcha.
We're so easy to be like, nah, son, I'm heading to the divorce court. Okay. What if there was no such thing as a divorce? Yes, you have to clean her diaper when she poo poo, because now it's not just, yes, you are, quote, wife that you were arranged poo poo. This is the woman you've been with for 30, 40 years. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? You guys
Yeah.
have at some point you stuck your penis in it and she got pregnant and you guys raised the child together.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to help her out. I feel it's now friendship. So arranged marriage may start off arranged,
Yeah.
but it's now yours. Okay, I'll be quiet. Oh,
Oh
honest.
no, you. We loved hearing your response, your feedback. You want to go ahead first, Easy?
I'm still not changing her boo boo. No, no, mm-mm. No. But I hear what you're saying. It might start off as a range, but as time go on, you do become friends, and you might sit there and be what's best for each other. And yeah, if you take out the physicality, I mean that's something that I think we people today. Period. Remove the sex out the picture. Remove like, oh, I like the fact oh, he's tall, over 6 feet or whatever. And can I be with your character? Can I be with your personality? Because yes, we all sometimes we look past the red flags because this person lays it down well, or this person look good when the clothes come off, but this person is psychotic. You know, like this person, collect dead puppies and shit. Yeah, exactly, crazy. So this is things we got to talk about. These people who don't have no financial literacy. Like, yeah, you look good, but you in debt. So like, what are we doing? I don't know. You're right. Let's take away the physical.
I think that's on the women too. I think firstly, there's a great point in that, the physicality, because I guess when in an arranged marriage, they would not be having sex until they got married. So that was a great point. Um, I think that's probably one of the number one issues in American relationships is sex before marriage. It's because you're giving away really your spirit in essence before you really figure out if you want to spend the rest of your life with this person. Um, and you're really switching energies with them. So they're really already with you always. You know what I mean? That's my opinion, my belief. Um, but I want to know why, Toya, you feel like you won't find love. Why? I want to know why you feel that way. I feel like everybody can find love. Um, and I just kind of want to know a little bit more about that. What's going on with that?
Okay. So, um, I'm 44,
Okay.
and I like men that usually don't like me.
Mm,
This fool came up, and I was like, "Oh my!" Okay, so I'm gonna paint the picture,
okay.
and it was cute. We was coming out the grocery store, and he was coming in the grocery store, and I had on my mask, and I'm like running my mouth on the phone with my girlfriend, and literally our eyes locked. Oh wow, he's smiling at because he was wearing a mask, so you could see him literally smiling at me. So I
Mm-hmm.
smiled back with my chinky eyes and kept it moving. And he
Mm-hmm.
tapped me on the shoulder and was like, "Hey, can I have your number?" I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not?" It's a phone number. I know a lot of people. I know how to cuss people out, and I know
Mm-hmm.
how to not answer my phone.
Right.
So why not?
Right.
So he was like, "Oh my God, you're beautiful. You're this. You're this." I was like, "Wait, what?" Right? So then we looking, and he was into me more than I was into him. And
Okay.
I'm like, this ain't gonna fucking work out. Like, it's just not. My girlfriend, she was like, give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like little red for me from Friday night, but I was like, okay, maybe he could serve on other purpose. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
maybe
What were
not.
the ask what the red flags were? If you want to share, it's not too much.
He seemed touched to me,
Okay.
you know, like he didn't see all the way there.
Okay.
And no, I like men that are also smarter than I am.
Okay. Okay.
And in that, I was the smart person. And that's a turnoff. Maybe I should be like, oh my God, no. Total turnoff.
Okay.
Like, just wasn't for me, you know?
Yeah.
And text me. I'm quick with the text back.
Okay.
The phone, I'm like, yeah, I'll text you later. I guess I just didn't care, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't, it lasted a week. You know what I mean? It was like literally blocks away from each other, hence the reason we're going to the same supermarket.
Okay.
We couldn't meet up. Um, we're supposed to get somewhere. I hate somebody that's late. He was late. And I'm
Okay.
just like, yeah, this shit just ain't going to work. I am sure could have given him a chance or whatever. But when I texted him, because there's this bigger place on the other side of the park, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, we should go there. He was like, okay, cool. And I was like 20 minutes later, I was like, this ain't gonna work. You know, so I was fine. You're still brushing your teeth. Okay, cool. Bye. And I was
Wow.
like, you didn't text me that you were gonna be late. You didn't this, you didn't that. Oh, screw you.
Yeah, that's
I was like, I'm gonna ride my city bike because I've gained a lot of weight and I need to get this shit off. So he was like, okay, well, how about you come over after? I literally just met him 2 Fridays before that.
mm-hmm.
And this is a Sunday. So it's 9 days and I should come to your house. Yeah, that ain't happening. So I was
Right.
like, So it's like, how about you jump on the M4? Okay. It stops right in front of your house. And there he was like, no. I was like, okay. Oh, I
That's weird. Well, that's weird.
was like, I was, he was like, how about we get together tomorrow? I was like, yeah, sure. But my mind is thinking, I try not to do things that you might regret later in life. So, you're, as you do it. Well, me personally, I asked him, I was like, yeah, this is not going to work out. And he was like, the acronym, what the fuck? Oh, by the way, don't do
Yeah.
that to me. Don't
Yeah.
do that. Because then I'm like, what's that?
Mm-hmm.
So, he was like, we were planning to get together tomorrow, get the fuck out of here. I said, okay. He was like, fuck you, you
Mm.
stank black bitch. And I am exactly, I am one of those fuckers, legit text people. And why didn't you guys tell me I was black? Because it had to be something he did not see.
Oh
Like,
my
why
God.
didn't you tell me? Like, I was on the phone with my girlfriend, and she's Caucasian. I was like, bitch, we've been together 20 years. Tell me I was black. Why the fuck didn't you tell me?
I
You know?
mean, he did think so. Maybe it's the smell, not the color.
Okay, you smelled me before.
Boy,
You've met me. You know I don't fucking stink.
listen, he was just saying that because he was feeling rejected and rejected. He was projecting his ass. That's why he was like a little bird back. So
Well,
it was not. It was not. He was rejected. So that's crazy.
he could have projected. Just, I just didn't understand why. You know what I mean? Like, it's not
Mhm.
gonna work out. Had to go from, oh my goodness, so Saturday night we were on the phone talking, and I was like, hey, what are you thinking? Because again, it was pulling teeth. You know what I mean? It was like
Mhm.
pulling teeth. Um, so he was like, I'm thinking about making. I was like, what? A week ago, how are you gonna make love to me? Like, I loves me that way, you know? And
Mhm.
I'm again, that's what I mean. There was a lot of other things that was said, and I'm like, yeah, I can't calm one in the relationship. I got to be the hothead, and he had a little hotheadness to him, so it wasn't that I just got up was like, no, but I want to know when I became this. Could be, perception, okay, whatever. But how did I become? That was the part. That
Did
was
you
the
tell
part for me.
him no? Did you reject him at some point, like right before the text? What, like?
I told him this is not going to work out between you and I.
Oh, that's what made him say that. It
Yeah,
was.
but I didn't think, no. I feel like when, as adults, we're supposed to learn.
Oh, sure, not an
And
adult. Yeah.
like, I legit, I'm telling you, I legit looked at the phone and those pants from Lane Bryant that got the side pocket, like, you go right back in there.
Right.
I'm not doing this. I'm not. It it just wasn't make sense to me. And I'm like, I'm gonna go. I mean, like, I might somebody to hold me every now and then, but I totally gave up on that. Finding someone and like, I do believe in love. I believe that my soulmate and I, thanks to Drew Devereaux, who is an artist, I mean a writer, we're just on different generation. Okay,
Mm.
he may have born yesterday, and we gotta meet next lifetime. You know what I mean? So, like,
Well, real quick, can I ask a question? Like you're 44, I'm 40. You had to say you don't know how old I am. I know Easy's in his 40s too. So I'm 40, so we're around the same age. Was this guy around our age, or he is younger?
he's 42. A matter of fact, him and Easy, I believe, share the same birthday or around the same birthday.
It is me. I don't understand how that could happen. Easy. Before I give my commentary on this, please. What the fuck was going through this man's mind that made him say this? What the fuck is going on? You're responsible for.
It's on you.
All right. So first, I apologize that he lashed out like that. But as we said in
That was
previous
so
shows,
thoughtful. Sorry, that was so.
but as we previous shows, believe that emotionally, men are weaker than we don't handle rejection. We don't handle negative feelings as much as women do. Yes, women go through it. That's because they accept the pain and the hurt and deal with it and not process it. Dudes don't know how to process certain stuff, so they lash out. So he had no. I mean, what he did was wrong, but I could just say it wasn't on the level that he needed to be on. Like, I mean, what he sounded like he was trying to do was just try in the most nicest way possible. He was just trying to have a fuck buddy. That's why he wanted you to come to his house so soon. That's why he was always late for the
And
dates.
I was up. I was. I did not make that known, but I did tell my friend, hey, proximity, why the fuck not? He, like I said, from Friday night, I knew he was not what I wanted, but
Right.
he may serve dual purposes. Okay?
Mm.
I fully understand. I get that, and I understand. But okay, if he's not good, he wasn't gonna bring you nothing but some negative energy. Because what he's trying to do is push you further for what you're trying to do. Like, or if you want to find love, just him serving that purpose. I feel with that because if somebody trying to holler at you, nah, I can't hang out with you tonight because I'm going over here because I'm gonna go do something physical with old dude. Whoever kicking it, like, all right, cool. I mean, once I realized if that's what you was looking for something just physical, fine, no problem.
I wasn't looking for
More,
anything. I was just going to the supermarket. But after talking, we all assess somebody the second we meet them. We assess where this person is going to lie in our life and where they will not lie. Maybe you don't. I
yeah, I was
do.
gonna say I don't. That's my problem. I probably don't.
Mm, nice.
No, I
But what
probably.
I'm saying is, I assessed it during that hour conversation. Okay. I was open to let's see where the fudge this lies.
Yeah.
Okay. But once it was like, you're not going to be what you want to be, let's try something. Be like, hey, no, Saturday night, because it was Friday. Saturday night was like, hey, how big are you? He said, I don't know. And I'm like, you're 42 years old. You don't know how big you are? I think 13-year-old son already measured that shit. Don't say no. I'm just
Yeah, after a certain age, we just it's this. This is what I got. You want it or
right.
not?
But you knew it was
Even when
5 inches, three
it was
inches.
about, it was when I was 18 to maybe 21. After that, whatever. If they kept coming back, I don't give a damn. Look, this is what I got. You taking it, you leaving it.
No, I get that. I'm just saying. I was trying to do research. It just it was what it was, not what it looked like, and that's why I gave up. I don't know. I I now no longer pay for Netflix. My girlfriend pays for it for me, and You gotta get me out of my bed for a fucking reason. If it's not for my son, you gotta get me out of my bed. It gotta be a reason, and a good reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's too much shit. Okay. COVID outside, it's getting hot. I sweat if you look at me. So I'm just gonna stay under my air conditioner and just like fuck it. Ride a bike if I could and call it a day.
I feel you. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm hearing it's trash out here in these streets. I am married. And I don't know what to say. I'm hearing that it's garbage out here, and I'm really sorry you went through that.
It is garbage. It
That's what I'm
is
hearing.
garbage.
You met him in a grocery store, so like that's better. But a lot of people are online, and I think online is a mess. But I do think there's certain things that can be mitigated in what you're trying to do, which to weed out the bad seeds. And I do think vetting them as much as possible before sexual contact or before you really get with them is important. I think that's what's missing. I mean, our age range, we know and we can wait, but the younger generation they're not waiting. They're having sex today. They meet you on the app today, they fucking tonight. That's what they expect. So I think that that's bled over into our generation, and now we're accepting that. I mean, women, we're accepting it. That's what I think. I know you're not one of them, but the problem is that every man who's like that is expecting every woman they meet to be that way. And when you're not, I've met a man like that before I got remarried. I met a man and we met up for a nap. We went into a McDonald's, to meet up or whatever. And he literally sat down. It's the first light skinned dude I ever gave a chance. I always felt like real light skinned dudes couldn't really rock with them like that. I gave him a chance. He was super fine. We sat down. He literally said to me, "Oh, word, I just want to meet with you real quick, see if we vibe. I was thinking we can go get a room, you know." And I had to let him know, like, I don't know where that passes for a compliment, but I don't do that. And then you know what he did? You know what he did? He literally, we didn't even eat. He got up. He was like, all right, bet. I just wanted to say that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to head out. He left. Like, so
And
he
I
left.
respect that. I respect that. Honestly, feel me up for a second. The
Mhm.
reason I respect that is he didn't waste your time. There
Right.
was no like guy, Donnie, said a man is gonna tell you whatever you want to hear. Okay.
True.
But he was like, I am married. I have this. Because he was like, I don't want to have to remember my stories. Okay. Grant me four, a lot younger and dumber back then. But he
Mhm.
was like, I don't want to remember my stories. I don't want to remember my lies. I'm going to tell you the truth. You deal with it or you don't deal with it. And
Mhm.
that was that's my issue with men. They feel like if they get whatever the word is, something, you're not going to want to do whatever it is they want to do. But I feel, don't take that away from me.
Right.
Let the one to be like, oh, let's go out. Yeah, whatever. But don't take that decision away from me. Don't pull the wool over my eyes to get my draws. How I bust the car comes in. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're playing with people's emotions. Don't do that.
True.
You understand what I'm saying? And is if dude has to go, why to me? You understand what I'm saying? Opposed to the we could have worked past. You understand what I'm saying? This is gonna work out. Well, we don't even know each other. Let's give each other a chance. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Talk,
Mhm.
communicate with
Yeah.
you know. So that is where I am. But I would prefer somebody be like, okay, well, I came here to see if we could fuck. It's up to you. Can it's up to you if we can.
Yeah.
I would prefer that, but that's just me. I'm weird.
Oh, no, no, no. That's not weird. First that, but then we get into another issue. And if we as females got to be honest, like, and easy, I know could speak on this. If a dude was honest though, and said that, like, how would we take that? Well, he was honest and he told me that, and I didn't go for it, so it didn't work for him, for that guy. But I get it. I get what you, and that happened to me too. I had a situation kind of like what yours is, but he called me a fat bitch. Like I was like, man, that's crazy, because just a few minutes ago you got my number, but because I didn't call the guy, um when he wanted me to, when I finally did call him, I told him I was chilling with somebody else, and he was like, "You fucking fat pig." He called me a fat pig, and I'm like, "You're an eighth grader, who gives a fuck?" Like, I wasn't a fat pig when you wanted my number. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But that's my point. Like, if he had been like, um,
Like, I'll be your fat pig, bitch. Like, when you ain't doing it,
exactly.
I'm not coming in your ass. So this fat pig don't want you. What are you? Like, I don't know. You gotta, yeah, that kind of thing. I feel like, yeah, I know what that is now. I'm telling you for a fact that he is not you. You're not a black bitch. He's just hurt, and he had to say something that he thought was gonna hurt you because you rejected his. You know what I'm saying?
So, like, I don't know if I should tell him and be like,
No, you watch.
Jamaican, the
No,
hurts me is when you call me a gal, a dot gal. That burns. It's like, any you can hit me with that. I'm like, okay, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But
I wouldn't. I wouldn't even get on the right
oh
track. I
no, I'm
wouldn't.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. Don't even do it, girl. Bye. Like, he's a. Yeah. Probably you probably dodged a really big bullet with that one. For real. For real.
Bullet, bullet, bullet.
But over. Sorry. Go ahead. Easy.
Yeah, there's two reasons why men don't be honest about just want to have sex with a chick. One is because they might not have sex with us. So sometimes we gotta lie and we gotta be like, hey, yeah, you special, whatever, get the drawers and be like, alright, I'm good. Another reason why is that if we give the illusion that you're the only person we mess with, you're gonna sit there and be like, okay, you're the only person I'm messing with. If I tell you that I'm messing with somebody else or I'm doing things with other people, you might be doing other things with other people. And most men don't like that feeling of somebody they messing with somebody else. So it's like, yo, I want to keep my stable where I got all these women that's only pleasing me. Because once I tell one of them the truth, like, listen, I'm pleasing all these other women, oh, all right, so I'm going to do my thing too. He's not feeling that. Then if he call you on a Tuesday and you be like, oh, I'm out, I'm doing whatever, whatever. He's like, yo, who you fucking with? Like, yeah, that's why men don't tell the truth about saying, hey, let's fuck. You know,
So,
yeah. Wait, what was that? Say that again.
so I said. So really, it's that you guys want your cake and to eat it too.
That's what it's always been about. Like, that's what it's always been about. Like, I'm gonna get I'm on cake and I want to eat too. That's why. Yeah, that's what.
And I can have ice cream. You could have cake and ice cream, but I can only have cake. That's how it works.
Now, don't get me wrong. It's not a cool double. It's not a cool double standard.
But it
But
is more.
but it is a double standard. Like, dudes can do it, but it looks frowned upon if a woman do it. Just like there's certain things that women can do that men can't do. You be like,
Like, be gay. It's like woman gay, right?
well, I can't say be gay because I mean I know too many gay people to be like you can't be gay. Nigga, go be gay, whatever.
Well, I mean, and we gotta so, but the way you looked at is different. If you're a black gay man, you're looked at different as, or like if you're looking at TV, and I feel like we generalize. If we see like two gay males, then it's like, oh, but if we see two gay females, oh, it's hot. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like that, just for optics, not lifestyle necessarily, but optics. I think we generally accept women being more sexual with each other versus men, and the same is true for the stereotype of guys wanting to be their woman's only guy, but want to give themselves away. It's weird.
It is. Some men look at the perfect threesome is with two women.
Right.
Well, if they meet a woman that want to have a threesome with two men, it's like, nah, I'm good, fam. But these
Right.
dudes that quote unquote ran train on the lifestyle, you kind of already But but then they break down the definition. They like, oh no, when you have a threesome, like everybody's doing everybody. When everybody's just doing that one person. So I can't call it.
I think for this, I don't know. I feel like for this stop as far as guys wanting, I think guys are gonna always want sex fast, but I do think, and this is what I teach my daughters, that the ball is in your court. Like at the end of the day, guys have game. They do. And I teach my daughters this, 18 and 16. I teach them this. Guys have game. That is what they're playing. Especially guys your age. They are not ready to be married and not trying to be honest to you. So you need to understand that when a man comes to you like, oh, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen, that he's lying. And it's not because you aren't the most beautiful girl there is, but it's because he feels like he needs to say that to get what he wants eventually. And one of my girls is dating, so like she's starting to understand these things, but the ball is really in her court. A guy can say whatever, do whatever, but until you spread your legs, then that's where shit happens. I teach them a lot of different things, but I feel like we have to have better standards, whether we were taught or not. And if we haven't been taught those standards, we can certainly learn them. It's all about, a guy can hit you up and be like, oh, I want to have sex. I want to do this. Even if he doesn't hit you up and say that, I feel like when we start doing those kind of things, it lets men know that this is okay. So they all do it. Again, this is a thing, and it's really alarming. I don't know. I know Jay, Easy, you still single, but I don't know if you're on the dating apps, but you're a guy, so I'm pretty sure this is happening. It's expected. Sex is expected fast. Not in 2 months, not in 3 months. People want it now. Like I even know women who feel this way, that they are insistent. They gotta test the D right now before there's even a relationship. And my retort to that is, okay, fine, but sex is a spiritual, let's say, ceremony. You are gonna have a lot more problems than just compatibility if you keep fucking. Because if we're exchanging spirits, you're gonna wake up the next day angry, confused the day after that, bipolar disorder the day after that, baby mama drama the day after that, because of all these dudes that's running up in you. And it's really no. We have to be able to control the ebb and flow. I tell my daughters, there's nothing open after 10 but legs, right? Unless you're being raped, like you have control. So we as women, I think collectively have to do better with holding higher standards, letting these guys know we're going back to the 60s, 70s, and 80s. You're gonna have to court me. I don't care how you talk to so and so, you don't speak to me that way. I don't care what so and so did. I'm not sucking your dick and I just met you. Are you serious?
Well, that's all fine and good, but the limits, the standards that you're putting in place, you have to share that to all the women in the world. Because the problem is that standards, you're teaching your daughter that standards, but there's gonna be another chick that's gonna be like, you know what, come over here, and the dude is gonna be like, okay, like. So there's a lot of quality women out there who are single because they can't find a man who's falling for that weaker. Like I don't want to disrespect them, so I'm not gonna call them weaker women. But there's a lot of men that's saying, okay, well, I'm not buying a cow because she's giving the milk for free, so I'm gonna go make. Her milkshake make all the boys in the yard. So that's what they doing, and I can sit there and say that as a male, that has happened to me because the women wanted sex fast. Like they really be like, okay, we chilling or whatever, and they're like, oh, and I invite them over to the crib, and I actually just invite them over just to have fun. Listen, let's watch a movie, let's chill, let's listen to music, and then they hit me with the, oh, can I use your bathroom? Fine, you can use my bathroom. I'm not gonna make you like pee in a bucket or nothing. That's just disrespectful. And what happens? They come out the bathroom half naked. And I'm like, wait, I thought we was chilling. I was having those boundaries, those standards, giving you that respect. Like, listen, I can be around you early in the relationship. And I remember one of these times it happened. It was a first date. We literally met for breakfast at a diner. Then we went shopping because we was downtown Brooklyn. So we stopped at a few stores, and my apartment wasn't too far from downtown Brooklyn. Well, my first apartment. So we wanted to walk him back to my house. We chilled. We watched a movie, and then let you know, she come out the bathroom naked. I'm like, wait, this is a first date. Yeah, I was talking to you on Facebook for maybe a month and a half before, but this is my first time to actually really meet you. So now you letting me know, okay. And the crazy part is, it didn't work out between us, whatever. And then maybe like a few years later, we reconnected. Same thing. Text her, well, she hit me up on Facebook. I said, oh, what up, what's good, whatever. And then next thing you know, like, oh, what you doing? I'm gonna come over. All right, cool. Come through. She came through. That first time again, she came through ready to sex. And I'm like, well, goddamn, you ain't seen me since a month from Sundays. You don't know what my life is right now. Like, I could have chopped you up in pieces. Like, how are you just giving it up like that? So,
Well,
yeah.
because this is and I don't want to hijack. I'm not hijacking the show, but along what you just said though, why aren't more men turning it?
So sorry, Erica. Hijack away, hijack away. You don't understand how him and Birthmark be talking there. You know what? I miss B though, but hijack away.
What? Okay,
Lord, call
so
in more. Lord, yes, everyone call in.
call me out. Yeah, invite your friends, call in. Let's hear your input because now we are getting into the real shit. Like, okay, women, we're giving it up, and I'm saying we because when I wasn't married, I'm not gonna act like I didn't make mistakes or make misjudgments. I did, but I had to go back to my moral turpitude and realize that listen, I don't give a fuck. This is my puss, and it's gonna stay tight. Bet. Now, along those lines, why aren't more guys turning down the pussy when they know it's probably not conducive? Like there's guys who know better, and I know that y'all are guys, but aren't there any moral guys left that'd be like, listen, hey, we just met. Why don't we slow down? What is wrong with that? Why aren't more men doing that? Easy. Can you talk for the brothers right now? Why aren't we doing that? Like seriously. Oh y'all, why aren't men doing that?
Well,
I'm I'm sorry, real quick. I'm on Facebook trying to plug this show real quick while you talk.
well, for men, we don't have moral standards because we are horn dogs, especially in our younger age. That's when we gotta set your peak. So you can't talk to us before the age of 30 and not think sex is not a priority for us. Like that's what it is. I'm physically between 18 and 30. That's all we're thinking about. Not that's not all we think about, but it's up there. Everything we do, everything we do is for that. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna get that apartment because chicks like dudes who have their own place to live. I'm gonna get that car because chicks like dudes that drive. So everything we do is for that. We spend 9 months coming out. We spend the rest of our life trying to get back in.
Well, damn.
I mean, it's a hard, crude way to say it, but that's what it is. So it's like, yeah, sometimes you do get a man that be like, hey, I want to have standards. Chill. Let me slow this down. But then you do that, someone will be like, wow, what's wrong? What's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you. Oh, you gay? You know, dudes
No.
always want to jump my bones. Okay, maybe some dudes just want to use you for your body. Maybe I might give a fuck about you. So there's a lot of things where men be like, all right, fuck it, take it, leave me alone. Because women don't understand. Men fake it just like some women do. Okay? Oh, yeah, we don't enjoy that shit sometimes. See, a man will stroke it out, and after a while, he be like, yo, let me just hurry up and get this done because I'm done. Like, it wasn't pleasurable. But that's a conversation we have for another day. But
Oh,
like,
okay.
no. But no, men do have standards, and we want. It's just the men that have standards. We meet women that don't want to have standards, and then if we try to explain that to a woman, some of them don't understand. Like you really don't want to do nothing with me physically. I don't want to do nothing with you physically yet. Yet is the word. But let's get past the point where we can hang. Like, can I really sit with you on a Saturday night and enjoy each other's company without one of us having to be naked? Or a lot of people can't sit there and say that. Like earlier, remove that sex, that physicality out of it. People don't know how to coexist with each other. And then when you get to a point where sex is not on the table, let's say, look, some people mentally to the sex drive. Let's say they had an accident, they can't perform. Now they're out on their partner because at the end of the day, you never had bond strong enough to be with them. All you was there for was for the sex, and now you made that such a big part of your life. I can't in a relationship without sex. So now, you don't want good sex in your relationship. You want good sex. Hopefully, a relationship will come with it. But if it don't, at least I got good sex.
It really is. That's deep and true. That's crazy. How do you propose that we move forward, like the sexes, um, with that kind of difference? What do you recommend that we do? Should we have more outreach for boys, or like and more for girls too? What do you think? I think too. Women, the burden of purity always is on us. To be chaste is always on a woman. Oh, your shirt, your skirt is too long. This, don't bend over, don't do that. What if we teach boys more too? Like, you guys are kings. Teach our sons that you are a king. Your body is sacred. You shouldn't just give your penis away to every female. They don't deserve it, type thing. I think that's what I mean. I raised my boys like that. Did they listen to me? Probably not. They probably had sex really early, but um, it's just a guy thing. I don't know. I don't know what it is with you guys. We do need to work on that, though. I think as a community, Black folks, we need to work on that. We need
Well, as you said, as a culture, because what it is, I might teach my son how to walk upright, carry himself like a gentleman, but the streets is trying to teach him something else. Or them dudes
that.
on a block. And the reason why I say this is because, all right, not to go too personal into something, like, all right, you could be a good dude, and you can find a chick who's not a good chick. But these hood dudes out here with the pants hanging off their ass, they ain't really got no good job. These are the dudes I see walking around with these women pushing these baby carriages because these are the women who want that dude to get them pregnant. They don't want the dude that sit there and say, you know what, let me go ahead, let me go put on my my 40 hours a week or whatever. Let me, punch my clock. Nah, in today's world, everybody got to be an entrepreneur. Everybody got to make fast money. Nobody wants to make that slow legal money. Everybody want to be their own boss. So if you see somebody on the block making, getting money, like, oh yeah, I want him to be my beat. And these are what a lot of these chicks flock to. The thing is that we have to start, class systems are not really something cool, but there are people in the mix where, okay, I want to date a higher level of woman with standards, or just women be like, I want to date a man that, I want to date a man like this. But the problem is we got to grab each other out the crowd and be like, right, y'all over here because this y'all actually want to do this with more respect. Y'all go over there and y'all do that hood shit. But the problem is, just like anything involving our people, we're gonna sit there and try to portray the most negative representation of us. So we have the good ones that want to meet somebody and go out on dates. But no, we're gonna get the love stories like Brown 50's making money off of power and all that. But the dude spazzed on his wife because the love of his life died. So you right there saying, okay, man to cheat on his wife?
So, no, so I'm saying you're saying that media is also playing a part. It's brainwashing us too, fueling these narratives. Yeah.
Yeah, media and music, they play a going on because what song played on my iPad the other day? Then not iPad, iPhone. Um, um,
WAP was it?
I got an iPhone and I got an iPad. I didn't mean to say iPod, but I do have an iPod Classic. Don't sleep on me, all right? But
No, no, no. With the song WAP that you was talking about.
I was listening to was Beyond Destiny Children. Can you pay my bills? So it
Okay.
started back. It started back when we was kids. The women wanted somebody who can pay their bills. She didn't say I want somebody who's gonna love me, somebody who's gonna respect me, somebody's gonna court me. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my
Um,
telephone bill? Same
hi,
thing
how
with
are you?
scrubs. Same thing with scrubs. TLC, they don't
So,
want no scrubs.
um, hi. So,
Hey.
no, that was my way of saying I'm gonna interject. So we are brought up two different ways. Men are brought up shiny objects, and women are brought up to can you provide for me? Okay. So same thing. We're gonna call him 106 because that's where he lives. Same thing with 106. Like spitting out. Oh, after we get to Absolute Bagels, I'm gonna take you to a fancy restaurant. Where's the fancy restaurant, people? Dallas motherfucking BBQs. That's a yes, yes, yes. Okay. It's like I like this. You Toya, you're not trying to get you to a fancy restaurant. You're not trying to do this. You're not try. So I was like, wait a second. You like women, right? He's like, I like to the point. Men are brought up the prettiest ones. At the ones with the excuse my language, fat ass and the big tits, pretty face, and intelligence. She gotta have motherfucking shit, and you don't feel like you gotta come pay bill? No, but that's what I'm saying. Once we stop acting as if women are not groomed a certain way. My grandma, I said so, he's been dead almost 20 years, used to tell me, do not that buy you a drawers. Okay? If he can't put underwear on you, do not date him. See
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
So sitting down and we're like, can you pay my bills? Yes. Can you pay my bills? You want me to pop this put all right,
Mm-hmm.
Erica, I got a dirty mouth. You want pop you know what I'm saying? You need to do all this kind of funky but when my hair needs to be done, you're gonna be like, well, well, can you? You gotta
So,
pay the up.
so let me
They're
so question. Do you not enjoy the D as much as we enjoy the V?
I'm answer that
No,
question
no, no. Because
because
you want to sit there and say we're basically no. You're trying to say as a man we need to provide just for sex. So you're trying to say that's what it is. It's just sex.
no,
Because at
what
the
I'm
end of the day,
trying
you're
to
getting
say
dick just like
is
no, you're getting dick just like we're getting pussy. So let's cancel that out right there. If I'm
right,
providing
but
for you
why
because
are you
I if
providing?
I'm providing
Why
for
are
you
you
is because I love you and I respect you and I want to take care of you. Not because you got a
okay?
pussy. I can get
Right,
pussy anyway for free.
right. You
I can get
can,
pussy anyway
but
for free. So I'm not gonna
always
provide for you and
prop.
pay you just to have sex. I can get sex with some chick who want fucking McDonald's. I don't have to pay a bill for that.
But the chick that's trying to fuck with McDonald's probably got three baby daddies who one just came out of fucking prison. You
I'm
understand what I'm
not
saying?
trying to fuck.
There
I
are
don't care about her baby. He's giving me the
levels.
pussy.
There are
If she's giving me
levels.
the pussy,
There are
she's giving me the
levels.
pussy. But
There's
that's the
levels
problem.
up to woman.
Women need
There's
to understand. Women need to understand your pussy is not as gold plated as y'all think it is. That is
I
not
don't
enough to sit
my
there and say.
pussy is gold plated
That's
at
not enough for
all.
me to sit there and
I
say I'm gonna provide
don't
for sex for you.
believe.
That's
I
no. That's
believe
not enough to sit there and say I'm gonna provide and protect you, or because you have pussy. That's not a good enough reason. I'm because I care about you, I respect you, and I want you to be my life partner, not because you have a pussy. Your pussy. And that's the thing that a
you're
lot of women don't understand.
minimizing a woman to just
Imagine it. You just pop the
woman.
pussy. Why can't I get you?
What I'm saying is a woman brings something quote unquote to the table. Yes,
You just
might
said
want
this
her
pussy.
to. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have went down that road. But you want the woman to know how to house, know how to do this, know how to raise the children, know how to do all this other kind of stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
What are you doing?
And I don't have the problem. I have no problem providing the
No, but that's
that
what
will
she's.
take care of my own. The problem,
That's
a lot of women today don't know how to cook, don't know how to clean. If you
well
want to be
then.
real about it, I'm living that situation with my baby mother. So don't sit there and tell me that we got it all together. Women don't have it
I'm
all together.
going to talk
All together.
about you, Mama. I'm not going.
There's a lot of women out there who don't cook, who don't clean, who don't properly take care of their kids, but they still look for a man to take care of them. So explain to me why a man is going to sit there
Then
and pay for your bills.
you don't be with that woman.
Okay,
And
but
just
you
let
can't sit
them
there and
say
say that sex
what
is a
I am.
basic.
Want a certain lifestyle and a certain woman. It
Okay,
comes at a price. Maybe I'm putting a monetary on it, but it's something you're going to have to pay.
and I don't have an issue with that, but you got to have something worth me paying for.
But if you're paying this woman's bills, you already know she has something worth paying for.
No, you don't. Because, no, because the women nowadays want you to pay the bill before they even give you love. Can you pay my bill?
Okay, I've known you for a cool minute now. Can you pay a bill here, please? But do you see my point or no? I will make it easy so everyone sees it. You are willing to pay this woman's bill, okay? She has already proven herself to you.
That's not true. I've been on dates with women where they sit there
But
and start complaining about how they can't get their finances right. Like I'm supposed to come in and swoop and pay their bills. I'm
but
like,
you're not Captain
your household.
Save-A-Ho. But
But my thing is,
that's not your thing.
unless we are a family unit in the same household, we're living
Okay.
together. That is your household. Those are your responsibility. Those are your bills. Now, when I start staying at your house 50% of the time or more, yes, out of respect, I'm gonna put something on the table. I'm gonna take care of something because
Right,
now
but I don't
I'm
see
pretty much
why you're
with
not
you.
going around with guns to men's head after giving my complaint that my fridge is broken and having this man pay the fridge or buy the fridge. So acting like, oh God, woe to me. You understand what I'm saying?
Not with
Oh,
me, but we're not in that household.
and what?
Not woe is me. Hold on. Oh, the feedback. Let me cut it. Okay, continue on.
Men act like woe's me. What? Oh.
No, I can hear now. Sorry.
Oh, men act like woe is me. You understand what I'm saying? But the
Mhm.
bottom line is, all right, whatever it is he wanted to do. Yes, I said, well, if you're going to be with me, you got to give something. Okay. But your choice. I believe that men like the shiny object and are being groomed to want somebody that takes care of them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just I see it.
No, the problem is that no, the way you see it is cool. That's a fair exchange. I taught to be providers and protectors. Some women are to be, homemakers and take care of the house. That's since how it's been since the day of the flood. I mean, at the end of the day now, we get to a point where when we meet each other, we're not meeting each other on a level where, okay, I give a little, you give a little until it becomes I give a lot, you give a lot. Now a lot of us are looking at each other like, I'm not giving you nothing until you give me what I want. So it's like, okay, you got men out there that who might sit there and say, okay, I'm not going to pay no bill until I move in. But then you got some women talking about, oh, well, you're not getting no nana unless you pay this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like one of my boys, he put me on with something that happened, and this is where I was messed up. He asked this young lady out on a date. So the lady was like, okay, cool, no problem. So the young lady asked her mother to babysit while they go on a date. Now the mother was like, how much you pay me? So she went back to the dude and asked my homeboy like, yo, I need you to pay my mom for babysitting. Like, if you want to go out with me, you got to pay her to watch the baby, and you got to bring food for my baby while we go out.
What?
And
That's
this is what
crazy.
I'm trying to explain. Like, he was just trying to be a regular dude, take her out on a date, but now you're trying to sit there and say, I have to pay your mother to watch your baby, and I have to bring food for your baby while we go out. He was like, nah, I'm
Potentially,
good.
yes, he could have been like, nah, I am good.
That's what he said. He said, I'm alright. But she has the nerve to sit there and say this is a requirement. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. Women are making it like it has to be a requirement for him to do all that, and it's just like the first date. Like,
My
see if it was later on down the line. I've been dating for a few months. Oh, let's go out. Is the baby good? Does she need some food or whatever? Then that's all I understand. But you're telling me to take you out on a first date, I have to give you money so your moms can watch the baby and still bring over a Happy Meal so your baby can eat? Like,
listen,
how are you sitting there telling me that I provide for your household just to take you out on a date? We don't even know if we're gonna make it past date one.
That's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Should have never happened.
He, like, I'm not gonna pay all this just to go out on a date. I don't even know you. How about that?
Yeah, that was crazy.
had to try. I'm sorry, she had to try. Okay.
If she had to try, she had to try. But this is a dude who had standards. Just wanted to take her out on a date, and then boom. Guess
And
what?
give an inch, I'll take a yard, a mile, the whole village. Uh, she had to try. I'm sorry. I nothing you could do. Song by Beres Hammond. What can you do to stop a man from trying? You try. It works. It works. It don't work. Oh well. You know what I mean. You watch your own kid that night.
That's crazy.
Your image is frozen, by the way. Okay.
I was like, yeah, she was doing something on her phone. You know when the screen go black, that's when somebody doing something on their phone
She's
with the
entitled.
iPhone. Yeah,
She's entitled.
like, it really got to be middle. It got to be a middle page with me in the middle. Like, too many
Uh,
of us are broken. Too many of us
we are.
have, and it's just like we got to meet in the middle.
I just would see what by showing him certain things could start. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of us are broken, and in order for us to heal, we have to stop women that the McDonald's children on the first date. You know what I mean? But there is somebody in the past that brought her the McDonald's. There's somebody in the past that paid the mother, okay, to watch the grandbaby. And she was like, okay, well, let me take it up another notch, you know? And if this fool does it, then the third fool, I'm going to want something else from him. So it's all about trying, you know?
And,
Children try.
and that's what men do. Okay, granted, you might not give it up on the first night, but don't look at me weird because I asked you because there was a woman before you that gave it up on the first night. or the first day or whatever the case may be. So this is where men are looking at women like, you really not trying to give it up? I'm like, give it up for what? Like, I mean, other people just give it up. Like, give me. So what's the issue?
Mm, I don't. I just feel like
And once again, folks, we went. But this is what we do. What the hell? She did a wardrobe change?
Yeah, I have to get my
I
pajamas
love
on.
this.
I have work in the morning. I had to put my pajamas on. Sorry, y'all. I got work in the morning.
All right, so next topic, which is signing NDAs. I mean, for most people,
Can
uh,
I so what y'all was just real quick before we move on? That the main one of the main issues too is how we're meeting each other. Like, where are we meeting these people? Online, I feel like it's a trap. Stay off a line. Don't be on POF. Don't be on Tag. Don't be on Meet Me. Like, throw all that shit in the garbage. I think it starts there. Let's just get offline, come outside, meet each other, and take it from there. That's what I got there.
thanks to social media, we don't know how to talk to each other in person.
to speak in person.
Like some
Me,
dudes don't know. Just prime example. Some dudes don't know how to walk up to a woman and ask her for her phone number, and if she rejects him, he don't know how to walk away with like, all right, cool,
exactly.
respect it.
No, they're killing people in America.
Huh?
If I'm not mistaken. Asked the woman out, and if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken, he either shot her or killed her because she said no.
Oh yeah, I heard.
It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's why a lot of people say, okay, meet somebody online, meet them in a public place. So if things get stupid, you could just walk away. Nothing because they're in a public place, but beat somebody in they no. But what's your thoughts on speed dating? Like going on functions where they do speed dating.
Married, but I want to try it. I think it's. I think it sounds fun. I think that sounds fun. That's all I think about it. It sounds fun, and maybe it could work. You might find a real date through speed dating.
Uh,
Yeah, I actually want to do that. I'm a life coach, so I was thinking, I wanted to do an event like that. I want to put together something like that, but I want to learn more about the nuances. But I think that's a great idea, a great way to get people in front of each other. Yeah, I can
Sign
hear
me up. You're
you.
muted,
I said,
sir.
yeah, I know. And the people that got that can come meet each other and build stronger bonds instead of dealing with folk who's still in.
Yeah. So why do y'all think that's the case? Why do y'all? I know y'all talked about trauma. Trauma is one reason why we attract the wrong people, but do y'all think that's the only reason? Like, why are so many good people linking up with the not the right person? Why do you think that is? Like, the
Me,
commitment hopes are finding the ones who want commitment. Like, why do y'all think we keep missing each other?
Because, like you said, just fear of failure. Because especially coming from men, like it could take one relationship that went bad, and they're like, "Yo, you know what? I'm not giving my all. I'm not trying to put my heart back out there." So they'll date women that they know that won't last because they're not trying to build nothing to last. Because if it's gonna last, I mean they're gonna open up. They don't want to open up, and I can sit there and say, speaking from experience. You can have that one that went totally wrong, or that one that really did you dirty, and you be like, you know what, I'm good. I'm protecting me right now. So when you do decide to deal with somebody, you want to deal with somebody who you know it's not gonna last, or it's only gonna be a sex thing, or like I know there was a time in my life when all I did was date unattainable women. Yeah, that's cool. It's all right.
Okay, so it's 420 great tonight. Sorry, y'all, but
Joy 420, baby.
thank you. I'm like, if y'all listening, light up. You know what I'm saying? Get your little healing or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
I'm listening. Sorry, you muted.
Yeah, I said I'm on daddy duty, so I don't mess around. You know, I got some
Oh,
edibles,
yeah.
but I'm on daddy duty, so.
Oh, yeah. Do the daddy thing. My kids are grown. I
But
Yeah, so
and they in the bed anyway.
yeah,
my
my
kids
kids
are
are
grown,
grown,
so I
so and he'll be looking at me wide eyed and bushy tail in the morning. Hey, dad, I'm like, dude, I'm still a little high. I can't do it. Can't no excuses. You know, but yeah, that's. But most of it is trauma. Like you know, especially from a man's point of view. Like one relationship, you could be like, I'm not going there. Like I know, like I said before, I purposely dated unattainable women. When you know, I dated women. I met them online. They lived in different states. I knew I would. I know the travel was going to be an issue because I never really wanted nothing from it because I knew I wasn't ready to open up. You know, or I dated women that I know, or I wound up developing having crushes on women that I know were taken. So yeah, I was
Wow.
like, yeah. I mean, I ain't try to take them from their partner. I just knew they was, interested in somebody else. But I knew that wasn't gonna work because at the end of the day, I didn't really want to open up anyway. So
Wow. So, that's a lot. I know that's a lot to go into. What's the next topic? Because I know I could go on for hours on that one right there.
good afternoon. I'm off tomorrow, so I could be here all fucking night. Bring it, bring
Thank
it.
you. Yes,
All
let's go.
schools are closed,
Is that
so
correct?
I just gotta take the to the orthodontist at 10. You're muted, Mom. So we could do this all night long. All
yeah,
night.
she's an educator, so yeah, she has the week off.
Oh shoot.
I mean, I'm off tomorrow too, but that's
Oh
just me.
yeah, yeah. The kids they had their break last week, but they're good.
Nope, New York got their break this week.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, my home is live in Connecticut though. The kids is out of school this week. So y'all oh I know y'all feeling it.
feeling what?
These kids being off all week.
For what? His after school program is open all day. Bye.
Oh,
From
okay.
6. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I gotta go there tomorrow.
Yeah,
From
that's like
8 to 6.
he got to go there tomorrow too. How about the apples?
yeah, that's
No, no. Oh, yes. I'm just happy because, like, I'm trying to do more things with G, and I don't know, I'm trying to yell less. So we will see this week, Monday through today, and I don't know,
y'all were where? Where were y'all?
Atlantic City,
Oh, Atlantic City, okay.
and it was good. It was good. It really one of those things that I'm like, oh, I'm starting to like my son. I don't know if that's weird, but
It's not.
What? That you like your son?
well,
Yeah,
you
we
know,
all love our kids, but sometimes you don't like them. Sometimes they can be little assholes. I
Right.
right.
understand it.
But
I understand.
the was for the 2 days, you know, I don't know. I liked him. Like I could fuck with this little guy. So it was a
Listen,
great
I'm not ready for this kid growing up crap. Today, my son explained to me in detail what a C-section was,
oh,
Oh my.
and I'm sitting there like, wow. He was like, yeah,
How old is he, right?
but he watches this thing on YouTube called Fruit Hospital, and it was showing how one of the pieces of fruit was pregnant.
what?
And he was like, yeah, they carry the baby in the belly, and then the doctor got to cut the stomach and pull the baby out. I was like, what? Like, did you just describe a C-section to me, guy? Like, oh man, like I'm not ready for this, yo. Like, wow.
Wait till he get older. It's oh my gosh, it's gonna get so much more interesting from here. The things that these kids know is crazy. Like they know a lot. They are very smart. They're
I
smart. You know we were smart.
They smarter than us. I can tell you that. But at least he still has his moral compass because he was like, yeah, because you know, after when a mommy and daddy get married and then they have a baby, I'm like, okay, at least you trying to do the marriage thing first. I respect you on that one. Sometimes it don't work out that way, because like, cause mommy and daddy ain't married. He said, he's looking like, y'all wasn't. Okay, I don't know if you noticed this. Like, you can't be married on a Tuesday and then just automatically just say we're not married no more on Wednesday. This is something real.
Oh. Wait, you're muted again. You're muted. I gotta go like this. Hold on.
So, like, for me, it's weird for me to call you Ease, but I'm trying, okay? For me, um, do we have to down with the whole reality check? Like when you are muted. When G was his age, it's like I don't know if I tell you this story. I'm not getting married. I'm not getting married. I'm not getting married. And I was like, yes, the fudge you is. You know what I mean? He was like, I'm just gonna have a girlfriend and babies. I was like, we're not doing that shit. Nope, you're gonna stop. Yes, he was 6, 5, 6, and I don't know. I've it in my head that I want him to because I don't have friends. You see how you and I don't know Erica and Birthmark knowing each other since before puberty started. I want him to have that kind of relationship. And
We met. Oh, sorry. Me and Big Easy. We met when puberty started. But it was pubescent. But it was yeah. We were
you
in
get
the
my
night.
point. Right. So it's like 30 years known each other, right? So roughly, like that's what I want for him, and I want you to fall in love with someone young and the person for you. I don't want him to have to go figure it out. You know what I mean? I want him to get to know like, okay, I like this girl. You know, I'm into the whole high school, junior high sweethearts, and we're married 50 years later. That's what I want from my baby. So,
Yeah.
like when you were saying to your big like, oh, you don't always be the person, I don't want I know it's reality, but it's a good thing that you must get married. I
Gotcha.
that picket fence 2.5 children mentality in their head, you know? Uh, maybe it's the whole fairy tale bullshit, the Anita Baker song that I love, but I want that for my son. And I'm sure we all want that. I want him to find
I do. And one of the
Same for my.
things that I want for my son is that I want him to know it's okay if you fall in love at a young age and y'all both in love with each other. I want him to know it's okay to do that. See, the problem with a lot of men, especially men of our culture, we're taught by the wrong people. Oh, you too young to settle down. Oh, you gotta play the field. There's mad chicks out there. And I know I fell victim to it. I've met good women, but because I was under the age of 30, oh, why are you trying to settle down so early? You got your own crib. You should be renting. Whatever case may be. Instead, I did hurt a lot of some good women. I did play games that I wasn't supposed to play. And, I wound up hurting a few good women in my past because I was falling into that stereotype that I shouldn't settle down early. It's not my fault I actually met some decent women when I was young. That's a good thing. Like, I tell anybody in my lifetime, my problem was not ever meeting a good woman. My problem was that I was meeting so many good women, I didn't know who to pick. So it was just like, instead of somebody saying, "Hey, just be with that one," it was like, "Yo, son, now shorty over here, she do this, she do that," and I'm like, "All right, cool." And it was good women, like with moral compasses, as well as being freaky or whatever the case you people consider to be great. They was good women all around, and it was just like I just met so many back to back because I guess that's the energy I was giving off. But then it was just like I didn't know who to pick, because I was taught you shouldn't pick one. Play the field, and I'm like, yeah, but I played the field so much, it's like I crapped out. Like, like shit, snake eyes. Fuck, gotta get it from the table.
So that brings me to ask you, if that's the case, why, and I don't mean this in a way to be like aggressive or anything, but why have you not yet popped the question? Well, you did say you were engaged and you were going to get married at the aquarium. What happened? What happened with the marriage? Why didn't it go? Why didn't it happen? And
Oh, that was after a time I was already scorned, and I wasn't trying to open up. Like I just wasn't. This wasn't in my early days. This was actually in my later years. Yeah,
that you got engaged? So what happened? What happened with the wedding? Y'all set a wedding date?
it just never worked out. As more time went by, things changed. Things, I guess we see each other. We seen each other differently, and it was just like, yeah, I'm not feeling you no more. Well, you're not feeling me either. Like,
So you got, or this?
I think it
Can
was
I
more of a. I think it was. Yeah, I
ask
think it was more of a mutual thing.
a question?
She asked, "Can you replace
I can't hear you.
What one hear you? Like, I don't know.
Oh,
Message. So I was just wondering if you could repeat the question.
oh, sure. I was saying to Easy, I was asking him what happened with the engagement. He said he wanted to be married, so I was asking him, he was engaged once. What happened with the wedding or the marriage? What happened? And he said that they broke up or there was like a mutual thing. So I'm just trying to get to the bottom of that. Like, why isn't he married?
Well, I mean, like I said, like right now, like sometimes I'm like I don't feel like opening up my heart. But for that particular situation, it's just like we've been together, and I guess we changed, and we started changing into things that we didn't want in each other, or things that didn't coincide with the idea of what our idea of what we wanted in a partner. So I don't know, so it's you know that's basically what happened.
And this is in arranged marriages. Okay. I feel like in relationships, we all take the easy way out. Okay? And I am sure in Erica's, don't know how long you've been married, my love. Marriage, it's never been easy street every day.
It's
Some
not.
days she wanted to choke him out. And I'm sure some days he wanted to trip her. You know, I just feel like we always run because
Yeah.
um, we taught that everyone wants to be in love, right? But no one really tells you that in order to love somebody, you have to let yourself be seen, and not just be, I am standing here in this box, but be. And I was listening to I Am in Love with Bill Maher, and he
Oh
has
yeah.
this new podcast called that random name, but that's the name of the podcast. And he had on Bella Swan. No, Bella Swan is on Twilight. I'm sorry, but he had on uh the chick that had OnlyFans, somebody, okay,
Okay.
Thornton, something like that, and they were talking, and he was like, "Oh God, you're so smart. This is Bill Maher. They're sitting there lighting up a joint. She brought him something, and he's like, "You're so this, you're so that." She's like, "Yeah." He was like, "You're very vulnerable." And I'm like, that's the issue with, and I was telling my son this as we were walking. I'm
Mm,
like, we're not made to feel vulnerable.
mm,
Made to believe that it's okay to cry. You know, crying is for the weak. You're a black woman. You walk out, the world is. I mean, in the line of totem poles, we're at the
Yeah,
bottom. We're at
we
the
are.
bottom. You know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
uh,
It's like we're not even. I know this is the case, sorry. We're not even being looked upon as, you know. Topic 2 weeks ago was the new judge. You know that she got there because she's being inserted by a white man. You know,
right,
so
right.
as a black woman, we are not made to feel like if you cry, it's okay. So I feel like if this was a black woman, did you and her, so I can't put no blame on her, right? Me. Did you let her feel like it's okay to be vulnerable? Like I want my son, I believe he's going to end up with a Dominican woman, but and
Mhm.
I want him to know that if he does end up with a black woman, it's okay if she doesn't have her shit together. You know what I'm saying? In her house, it's okay if a is out of place. That's just my thing. Like, I feel like in my
Girl,
next lifetime, I want to come back a white woman because I'm tired. I'm just fucking
I just
Okay, I feel you on that. I
I'm
totally.
feeling that. I feel like 1,000%, yo. Like I really do because I'm a black woman and I feel you 1,000 fucking percent. That is like men don't understand that we need you. We do. The world has told us we don't, but we do.
The world has told you don't, but a lot of y'all has told us.
Society told us that we don't need the black man. You understand? They have objectified him, they have vilified him, they've criminalized him, and they
when he ain't in the fucking house.
right. And so, of course, hearing that, seeing that on TV, a lot of our fathers being some of those things, hearing some of our mothers talk about those things. We were taught to be exactly how most of us are, and I'm saying most of us that same mindset that most of my female counterparts have, but it's because of my relationship with God and how I just see life differently than most people do anyway. But I feel like what you're saying, Toya, is 1,000% correct. And most men, though, that will fall on deaf ears to them. They will not believe what you just said. I think if we had more men online, they would be like, "Nah, that's not true. That's not true," because of the strength or the attitude that we sometimes carry, that we can do all things, that we are all strong. But that's why it's because we have to be. She's right, Easy, and I'm saying for other listeners that most women want to be able to feel like they can lay their head down in your lap. But the problem is what happens is because most men are misaligned and only looking for sex, you miss out on the opportunity to actually bond with a woman, and I think it's unfortunate because it's right. Like marriage takes sacrifice. I was married twice. This is my second marriage, Toya. Big Easy knows about my first marriage, but I was married for 11 years the first time around, with him for 16. And this time around, I've been married for 8 years this year. So I can say that without a doubt, one of the things that I think is missing in the world as far as relationships is time, like you just stated. We want to microwave shit. You understand? And it is not going to be the same. You can microwave like a TV dinner, but that shit is not going to taste like grandma's Thanksgiving dinner. It's just not. It's not going to be hitting like that because it took 3 fucking minutes, bro. And we get into these little relationships and then we don't really prepare ourselves for them and then realize the shit's cold in the middle. It's not done. It's fucking raw. Because why? A lot of us get out of school, women, we're getting jobs, we're, whatever the fuck we're doing. Men are chasing women like Easy said. And especially in the black community now, black women are out earning and out schooling black men. That's record. That's statistics. We are now out earning you guys. And black women are the most educated species in the country now. With 63% of us have graduated from college. That's huge. So if that's happening, we're focused, we're being most of us are focusing on education, school, money, kids, whatever. We're being responsible and guys are chasing ass. Then one time y'all get responsible, want to get with an established woman and wonder why there's problems. Like we've been taking care of business the whole time. Y'all been playing. It's another element to it. And you want to come together. Oh, let me be the man of this house. The house that you didn't even build. And then what experience do you have? Like, what experience do you bring healthfully to this house? Are you doing what you saw your dad do? And if your dad wasn't healthy, maybe he wasn't even really there. Like, that's not a healthy dad. That's not a healthy vision of what a father is. Black men, and I'm saying that because I was married to one who refused to fucking understand. And it has to come from a woman because you're married to a woman. The problem is a lot of black men are teaching women how to be married to another fucking man. We are not men. We are supposed to be soft. We're supposed to cry. You understand? We're not supposed to provide for ourselves because what we're not being taught in society is that you guys are the kings of this earth. You, the black man. Y'all not ready. The white man knows.
All
That's
right,
why.
cool. All right, y'all both said a whole lot of stuff right there.
So
So
before you call it quits for the night, um,
I wasn't gonna call it quits. I want to respond to everything before we go off
oh,
the show now.
so I don't know her info, but I'm gonna text it to you. He's there is this thing called Cap. I just want you to read one article, and if you could pass it on to Erica, just one article with capital B. It is free, and later I want you to donate. Okay, thank you. Bye.
All right. Okay, cool. She ain't good. She's put herself on mute. All right, but
Even.
well,
Oh,
let me start where you sit there and say black women are at the bottom of the totem pole. You are not at the bottom. You are actually above us, the black man. Because think about it, how many black men respect their mother and their grandmother, but don't respect their father? Now there's gonna be a lot. There's a lot of things in play where the family dynamic broken down to the point where the essence of the black male in the household has got removed. A lot of it has to do with the economy and job stability. A lot of black men were used to raised up to work with their hands. They was building stuff, making stuff, doing all this stuff. They removed a lot of those jobs. Now black men have to go into the office and work an office job. And I remember when I dated a young woman when I was young, she said, "I love a man who has coarse hands." She said, if a man's hands is too smooth, he doesn't do any work." Mind you, I work in the office. I've been working in the office for 20 years. But I didn't do no work because my hands wasn't rough. So she already has an idea of what a man is supposed to be. A lot of women sit there and say, "Oh, I want to date a man that's like my father." Economy changed that. Things are not as cheap as they was before. Back in the days, a man could have a whole family and a side family and provide it with his one job. We can't do that no more. Two, not all women, but most of the women that I heard sit there and say this, okay, yeah, we're supposed to provide and protect and take care of the household. It's not like me and you met and we built this house together. I've met a lot of them where you had 2 or 3 children already. So now I have to come into the household where there's already a family started. You want me to lead this family, but then you tell me don't talk to my kid like that. But I have to be responsible for everybody in this household. How am I supposed to sit there and take care of my household if I can't sit there and discipline my child? Because when we get together, that is my child. So I understand. So if you're already putting limits on how I can sit there and interact with the previous children that you already had, how am I supposed to have an umbrella over my family when I have to teach my kid the biological mind differently from yours because they have different fathers? So that's another thing. Another thing is, women are more educated and top earning, especially over our black men. But you know, a lot of them use that as leverage to tell us that we're expendable. These women tell men to their face, "I don't need you. I don't need a man. I just want a man. So you let me know I'm expendable." So a lot of men who want to be with you while you're up there on that high level is now going down to another woman that makes him feel like he's not expendable, that he's valued, that he's appreciated. Because the minute we do something wrong, get out my way, I'll do it myself. Or I've been doing. I've had to fight women, and this is what I stopped doing. I had to fight women to be the man of the house. I watched my father do it. I know what to do. But as we said before, if it's not done the way you want it to be done or the way you think it should be done, you think it's wrong and you tell him, don't worry about it, I got it. Let him do what he got to do. Stop fighting this man on being who he is. Because at the end of the day, what he's going to do is he's going to stop fighting you and he's going to go to somebody who's going to allow him to be that man. So
So,
we want to be that man. We want to say, let your hair down with us. But here's one for you. Who do we hit? Who do we go to when we have an issue? Because we can't go to y'all. And this is what I heard. And earlier today, this is what I heard from out a mother's mouth. The little boy fell, hurt himself. Get up, stop acting like a bitch, man up. You gonna cry like a little girl? This is what you're telling this young man. So now when he gets older, he doesn't know how to be emotional with you because he's not allowed to be emotional with himself. How you expect me to sit there and cater to your feelings and be there for you when I can't even be there for me? And the person who pushed me out her vagina is telling me to man up. The one person
so
that I felt. So who am I supposed to like? So as a man, if you're supposed to be bring peace, mental peace and stability to the household, so I can better guard this world and provide for us, we can't get that from y'all because y'all look at it like we less of a man if we have any emotion. And this is why a lot of men don't show emotion because we are looking to be vulnerable. We look to be weak. And I mean, this is something I can say I experienced, like from experience. I felt something, try to explain it to a woman. Oh, so what's the matter? Oh, that's all it is. And then maybe a week later, she'll go through the same situation, and I'm supposed to comfort her. Yo, I just went through that. You made it like it was nothing. Like I'm just supposed to
well,
not feel.
What was I want to know? What was it? That's crazy. Yo,
um,
you know what's crazy? You sound like my husband be like my husband be saying this shit, and I'm like, bro, like there's no fucking way. But yo, that's crazy. You get damn easy. I really think, damn, I think it's crazy.
so what?
Shit, this is what shit. This is what men deal with. This is man.
And it gets overseen because we're men. Men are not supposed to act like
Yeah.
he went through a domestic violence situation, right? His woman was beating on him. When he went to the police station, the cops literally laughed at his face because they seen him and they seen the size of her, and they was like, "You let her beat you up?" DV is DV, but it gets down, but it gets downplayed because we're the man who's getting beat. So we get tossed to the side when our emotions come in, and it's like so we don't know how to function for the rest of the family.
That's valid. But I want to go back to something you said about kids. You said you had a girl tell you don't talk to your kid like that or something like that. And but she wants you to be the father figure. How is what if it wasn't that you were disciplining her child, you were doing it? Because that's a real issue within blended families. Women are often the primary caretakers, then the stepdad comes in or a father figure, and they're too rough, or they say things maybe too harshly, and the mom doesn't agree. Could it just not be It was how you delivered the information, not that you delivered it, but how you did it.
E, you know me. You know me since high school.
Okay.
Am I that rough kind of dude?
No.
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't coming off like, yo, you gotta do this. No, it was just one of those, you did something wrong. I just try to correct you. Like, listen, maybe you shouldn't do that. Like, on one of those. And then it was just one of those, oh, if you have to discipline my kid, you talk to me first. And I'm like, well, the reason why I'm like, and I'm not talking about no physical discipline. I'm just saying, yo, you was wrong. Yo, like, what are you doing?
Well, like that.
So I was like, but then it's like I'm trying to figure out because my thing is you want me to provide and protect. You want to make sure there's a roof over their head, food in their stomachs, clothes on their back. But then you limit me on being a parent. Like, and I'm not just talking discipline. I'm talking like, okay, well, let's say their birthday's coming up. Oh, don't worry about it. That's between me and her dad. But her dad ain't helping you pay these bills. You know, he's not on it like that, helping you out. I'm the one helping you out, which really good. I'm the one who's going to sit there and have to revamp my budget to make sure everybody's good in this household because he's not helping you out with shit.
But hold
But
on.
wait, hold on.
As a friend, I'm gonna tell you this as a friend because I love you. I fuck with you. Know I fuck with you. And as a married woman, if you're not married to a woman, stop taking care of her fucking kids. That's coming from a woman, a real woman. I laid down and had all four of my kids, and in between my marriages, no nigga took care of my kids because they didn't make those children. I took care of them because they bitch ass daddy wouldn't do it, but I did it, and I struggled some until one day I met a man who decided to take on the role of being my husband and the father of these kids. And he's helped me provide for my children. But not until you put a ring on a woman's finger and you say, do I want you to date a woman with kids and take care of her kids because you're with her. That and I mean, if you're living with her, that's one thing, and I really don't even encourage that. But if you with her, you dating her, her kids are her kids, you shouldn't even be. That's a lot to be handling easy with the not the commitment, especially if she treating you like that. That's bogus, bro. Bogus.
Look, listen, that's not my wave now. This isn't talking about back in the day.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I'm just saying,
You
don't do it
know,
no more.
yeah, I was trying. That's back in the day when I wanted to be loved and wanted to be happy. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of your kids, and you telling me I got limitations, and I'm like, listen, I'm just trying to teach them everything I learned in life. That's all I'm trying to
Now,
do.
or if you do marry that, then you take care of her kids. Like that's those are your kids now. But if you're not married, don't worry about it. That's my opinion.
And that's another thing. Like, some women are out here looking for help. They know their life ain't exactly 100%, so they looking for the dude to fill in the pieces. And I'm like, I ain't got it. I mean, I got it, but I ain't got it for you.
No, I don't think that's right. I know females like that, and I don't think it's right. I don't think that to take advantage of nice guys because you can is right. You know what I'm saying? Like a family. I don't know. I think if you're building a family, it's different. But yeah, it's some women they know what they're doing. Put it like that. Crazy.
I'm not gonna take too much of anybody's night because I know you got to go to work in the morning. I know Toya's off, so that's what's up. But I know we ain't up for the bullshit. We still got to get up early in the morning. So
I'm going in.
I would like to
This
thank Miss Erica J for filling in for Birfmark. As always, Toya's in the building. That's much appreciated. But the Cave Podcast is signing off. We'll see you next week. Don't worry,
bye,
we'll
Eric.
have Erica back
Nice.
again. All right, good night, everybody.
I look forward to being back.